The following program is rated TVMA. What you are about to watch contains explicit language, adult themes, violence, and may not be suitable for viewers under 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Here. Let's see here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Tonight, we will regale you with tales of foreign people. I don't know. Fuck, I couldn't tell you. All right, welcome to What the Nuts. This is a podcast where I talk about all kinds of different shit on this show. I want to thank you first of all if you're here joining me. Tonight I'm drinking the Adios motherfucker. Yes, the Adios motherfucker. Let me do this first. Ooh, go. All right, got to do that because jump in there, let that shit fucking rock and roll. All right, and then pull this out front. There we go. All right. Let's get going. This is probably not going to be a full stream tonight. What we're doing, I'm doing something impromptu. Basically, what happened was we had a little snafu with the software, and we couldn't upload a video this week. So we're like fucking scrambling for shit to do. Everybody else is not home tonight. Local Biz is out at the bar, and PB Blaster's at his dad's house tonight. That's fire. That is fucking fire. All right. I hope everything looks good, sounds good. Battlefield's my pussy. Shit, what the hell? That motherfucker is always showing up at the wrong time.
I got a golden ticket.
Hartman?
I got a golden twinkle.
Cartman sometimes shows up too. Let's see here. So basically, with all that fucking BS out the way here, yeah. All right, let's put this over here because yeah, my eyeballs, fucking. I'm not looking at the screen like I'm supposed to, and it's fucking tripping out. All right, let me get comfortable here. Pikachu. All right, hey, that's like, hey girl, let me show you my Pokemon so I could get a Pikachu. What's up? All right. Anyways, yeah, I know that's stupid. Hopefully y'all know that I'm just talking mad shit. I talk mad shit every day, all day long. Shout out to the boys at work. The ones who watch this, fucking appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys always give me good notes on my podcast. All right. So For those of you that don't know my backstory, here's my backstory. In 2006, I went to prison for 3 years. In 2009, I got out. When I got out, I had a few challenges with parole. Did 3 years on parole. Got released from parole. With the help of my grandfather, God rest his soul. He was a wise man. So I met a woman. I was married to another woman at the time, and we weren't getting along at all. And so I met someone um, who kind of kept me on the straight and narrow, kept me, definitely was in my corner, definitely telling me, hey, you need to fucking do this, you need to do that. I would tell her I had ideas about streaming and broadcasting and all this, and she was like, yes, let's do it, right behind you every step of the way. And I decided that at some point I wasn't. At the time, I was living in California, Southern California, and yeah, you can go, oh yeah, so Southern California, that's fucking great. You're probably making a lot of money. Yeah, no. When you have a prison record and you go to get a job and they see that you have a prison record, um, they tend to not want to hire you. You know, they tell you in prison, oh, you can get a job when you get out, but when you get out and you start fucking looking for work, a lot of people are less likely um, to hire a felon. I drove for Lyft for a while. That if you've watched some older episodes, you'll know about that. I've told a few stories about that. So we come to the point where I'm done driving for Lyft, or actually I get fired because some fucking bitch called in on me and fucking told them that I was a felon and that I was doing bad shit when I wasn't. But we got in an argument and I fucking took her home and I was like, fucking here, get fucking home. You're too drunk. She wanted me to let her off on the interstate and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's not cool. Let me take you to your house. And yeah. Anyway, she called in fucking bunch of lies on me. So I got fired for fucking helping a fucking drunk bitch out. And ever since then, if you're a white liberal, I don't fucking give a fuck what you got to say. Your shit does not, hold any fucking weight with me because you're just a fucking racist. You're racist against everybody, And yeah, I'm making blanket statements because I've dealt with white liberals in California my entire life, and we won't be dealing with those people. Anyways, so back to the backstory of me streaming. So I started streaming on Twitch, and I want to say it was 2011. I can probably go back in there and take a look. Bought all the equipment, at least got the basics, got a mic, got a camera and whatnot, and then I decided that I wasn't making enough money doing these shit jobs because I couldn't fucking get hired anywhere. So I went to labor fucking, I went to labor force, I went to labor ready, I went to labor fucking this, labor that. And all the different, labor places, they're just like, yeah, we'll send you out to jobs and hopefully you'll get hired on. And fucking, they're not, people aren't using fucking labor force or labor ready or labor fucking this and that to fucking hire people. It was so rare to get fucking hired from there. Um, anyways, I was making $9 an hour, fucking barely clearing $300 a week if I got 40 hours. If that's the part that fucking people don't understand is even at $15 an hour, you can't live in California. You can't. I was making I was making fucking chump change in California. So I decided that I was gonna fucking get a CDL. Okay, I was gonna get my CDL. I found a company that will hire you, train you, and put you in a truck, and that was probably the one of the best decisions I ever made. Okay. The bad part was I didn't read the fucking contract really good. I should have read the contract good. The contract was for 1 year. It also puts you with people, so your truck was always moving. There was never a time like your truck would stop long enough for you to fucking get food, take a shower, or whatnot. You know, like maybe get a load of laundry fucking done, and then fucking you're back on the road. There was no fucking stopping and sleeping anywhere. So, um, anyways, so I go through their school, right? And I had already had some truck driving experience because I tried to get my license on my own when I turned 21. And I knew a guy who owned a truck and a trailer and all that, and he was willing to let me use said truck and trailer to take the test. So at the time, I could have just went down, paid the money, got the fucking test, and taken the test, and got the learner's permit, and then, you know, drove for a little while, and then just fucking got my license. But I don't know. I fucked things up with that dude. I was using and doing all kinds of bad shit. This was pre 2006. So anyhow, I get through the school. The school is like fucking 3 weeks long. I get through the school and pass with flying colors. I mean, I don't know. It was uh, it was definitely a different experience. So I team up with a guy from the class I'm in, and he's a young kid. He's barely like 22, 23, something like that. And I'm like, dude, take you under my wing. I know a little bit about truck driving. I've done it. it's not that big a deal, teach you and whatnot, right? So, like I said, the truck fucking hardly ever stopped. Like, the only time the truck stopped was basically either loading and unloading, um, or if we had to use the restroom or eat or whatever, something like that. Um, some of the truck drivers out there know the know the company. It's a rather large company, and no, it wasn't. See what I fucked up today. It was Krusty, and if you guys don't know, I'm not gonna tell the name, but if you guys know what Krusty is, as far as I'm concerned, they're a shit ass company, and they shouldn't be in business. They've been sued so many times. It's horrible. Anyways, matter of fact, I was in a class action lawsuit to get wages because, like I said, if I would have read the contract and understood that the truck made 50 cents per mile and I only made half that, that means I made less money than when I was working at Labor Ready. I was barely clearing $200 a week. And that was with like fucking that was with like almost 4,000 miles a week. Because 4,000 miles, I would only get paid for 2,000. And it was 25 cents a mile. So I was making less money. Anyways, so me and dude, we're doing halfway decent the first fucking, month or so, right? And he puts in this motherfucker that I was with, he puts in for home time. All right. All right. So we're out like fucking 21 days and he's already putting in for home time. And we've had a few challenges like motherfucker don't know his own direction. I tell him I told him multiple times. We would switch and I'd be like, "Hey fool, so when you get back on the interstate, you're going to be heading north on this interstate and then you're going to fucking go like 15 miles and then you're going to head east, for however long and then GPS should get you there from that." And this motherfucker would go, "All right." And sure enough, man, I'd get in the bed and I wouldn't be asleep right away because when he took off, he wasn't the fucking he wasn't the easiest driver. He was like jamming gears and fucking shaking the truck really bad. So like as long as he was out on the open road and was in 10th gear and fucking just running, uh, then there was no issue. I could fucking sleep. But this fuckhead, multiple times, I would tell him, "Yeah, you got to turn right and go fucking north on the interstate or whatever. Go east, go west, go whatever, right? Whatever the direction was." And he would fucking go the opposite direction. This fucking cocksucker. Right? So this cocksucker goes like 50 miles the wrong fucking direction. Now, mind you, it took us a fucking hour to get that 50 miles for him to fucking turn around and realize he's going the wrong fucking direction. The GPS the whole time is telling him, exit here, turn left, enter the on-ramp. It's like, fucking, what are you, dumb? Like, you can't, it's like, are you, I don't know. I don't want to fucking use some words and then offend some people because he was fucking a slow kid. Let's put it that way. He was a slow kid. You try telling him shit and he would talk back to you and I'm like, all right, you know better than me. Hey, fucking whatever, bro. So, anyhow, we got a fucking cool ass run, right? We ended up getting a fucking UPS run. Now, this UPS run came out of LA, right? Went to fucking Minnesota, right? Back to LA, back to Minnesota, back to LA, and back to Minnesota. We did that for like almost fucking 3 weeks straight. It was fucking great, man. So I I'm like, dude, we need to fucking stay on this shit. We need to let fucking dispatch know that this is the ticket. This is what we want. You know, this is automatic fucking X amount of miles. It's like 1,500 miles each way. You know, I go, we need to stay on this. This is fucking good, right? So I talked to dispatch and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do this. Let's keep us on this UPS shit. This is fucking great. This is awesome. I mean, granted, the UPS yard in LA is small as fuck, but at least they had the fucking loads ready when we got there. I mean, I don't know how many times I got into a shipper and we fucking went there and we would wait and we would wait. And then they would pull the fucking trailer around and it's like, oh, now you guys are done loading it? You guys done loading it after we arrive? Wonderful. A few times I was pissed off at my dispatcher because my dispatcher didn't tell me that we had a fucking deadline to get to places. That's another story. We'll cover that a little later on. Anyhow, this UPS gig was a motherfucker. So we would always fucking show up at UPS in like the fucking middle of the night. And there was like 2 dudes there. 2 or 3 people at all. And I'd be like, hey man, you want us to fucking, like, you want me to drop it in the same spot? He's like, yeah, and then grab fucking X empty. Okay, fucking great, man. I grabbed the empty, right? They'd send us across town, grab a fucking load, or even we wouldn't even have to leave the yard. He'd be like, hey man, I need you to grab such and such loaded trailer and run that shit to California. Hell yeah. Right? Now, as much as I don't like California, right? Because coming into California, you have to do 55 through the entire state. So, now anybody who's driven knows that every other state is like, yeah, fuck you, California. We're not doing 55. What we're doing is fucking whatever the truck will do. And, you know, fuck you. Because I live in a state right now, the top speed for any truck is 80 miles an hour. Oh, yeah. So fuck California. Anyhow. So what we're talking about here is running from Minnesota to California, California to Minnesota. And these are LTLs, which means less than loaded, right? LTLs mean that you're not at 80,000 pounds. You don't have to fucking go to the scale on these motherfuckers. These guys at UPS are like, yeah, so this trailer has 36,000 pounds on it. And you're like, 36,000 pounds? That puts me way under. You know, because most trailers will, I think it's like 42,000, right? So, I'm like, fucking sweet. Any truck driver knows. LTL is the way to go. All right. All you motherfuckers, I've done heavy haul. I've done fucking, you know, I've done fucking water. I've done everything. I've done pretty much anything you can do. And I'm going to tell you right now, the LTL is the way to go. Because let's say you've got a live unload, right? And it's an LTL load, right? You fucking crack them doors and you look and there's only fucking 6 pallets in there. You're like, fuck, I'm going to be in and out of this bitch. So that makes it good for the driver, right? The pay might not be that great on the load, but the LTL load, you don't have to worry about. Fucking, you get pulled into the scales, you fucking LTL load. Bye, fucking coppers. See you later, homies. You fucking catch that motherfucker behind me that's running 82,000 pounds and write him a big ass ticket for fucking being overweight, even though the truck will handle it. Anyways, so LTL is the way to go, right? So we're doing this shit. And this fucking cocksucker that I'm with, he's like, hey man, are you cool with taking some fucking, some home time? Because we've been out on the road for a week or 3 weeks. And I'm like, bro, we need to stay out at least 30 days. We need to stay out at least 30 days. We need to stay out at least 30 days. Well, I talked to the dispatcher, and he said that, or I should say, she said that we only had to be out 21 days. I said, motherfucker, 21 days only gives us 2 days off. 2.5 days, I think it was. I go, if we stay out a full 30 days, bro, we get 4 days off. I go, are you not understanding the fucking difference? Right? I go, we stay out just a hair longer, we'll be good. He goes, no, man, I gotta fucking get home. You know, my cousin's having a birthday, blah, blah. Fuck your cousin, man. You're fucking with my money. Right? I don't give a fuck, man. I gotta make money off this shit, right? Now, mind you, I've seen several checks now, and I've seen checks that are like fucking 200, 250, and my other half, she's going, what the fuck's going on? You are making more money fucking picking up trash on job sites than you are driving this fucking truck. And I'm like, yeah, man, this is not cool. This is not cool. This is not cool. So anyways, I fucking, he goes, yeah, we're taking home time. I'm like, all right, well, I guess. So we're off for 2.5 days. So I see my girl for 2.5 days, right? Have her drive me back to the truck. You know, I'll put it in for inspection and all that shit so that, you know, when they're when I'm on my off time, they can do maintenance on the truck. Because that's how it works in the trucking industry. When you're not on off time, your truck runs unless something fucking breaks on that bitch. Your truck is fucking running nonstop. Okay, so we get off home time, right? And I contact my dispatcher and I say, hey man, is there any chance we can get back on that UPS run? Because that shit was fucking slick as fuck, and I know exactly where to go and what to do and where to fucking put shit. And my dispatcher goes, no, we gave that to somebody else because you went on home time. And I told dude, I said, hey man, you just fucked us out of fucking steady good money, man. I'm like, you know, we didn't have to drive to New York. All we had to go to was Minnesota. So we start getting these little shit runs because we went on home time early. These cunts are like, oh, all right, so you want to fucking take home time early. I got you. I got you. This is what they were saying. They were like, game over for you, bitch. So, anyhow, so they start putting us on bullshit ass runs, and we went Arizona, right? We went, uh, we did a bunch of Amazon runs. Matter of fact, I hated doing Amazon runs for them. And I'll tell you why. Because that motherfucker, okay, so Amazon has a rule. If you're running a high value load, you got to fucking run. You got to run a minimum of 250 miles. Okay, what if I got to piss? You run the 250. If you fucking stop, they put a GPS locator in there. If you stop for any goddamn reason, for any amount of time in that 250 miles, you automatically get pulled off the job. They automatically contact Krusty, and Krusty fucking doesn't even tell you shit. They're like, yeah, okay, you're not allowed back there. You're not allowed to fucking take that shit. So, anyways, so we did a few fucking runs from Dallas, up to Wyoming. We did a few runs from New Mexico, right, to Colorado. We went to Mississippi. We went to Georgia, right? We went to Maryland. We went to Maryland. Okay. We went to Maryland, right? Now, if you guys don't know about Maryland, here Maryland is like the least truck friendly fucking uh the least truck friendly state in the union. Um there is no truck stops. There's like 2 truck stops in the whole fucking state. And rest areas? Oh, don't fucking idle your truck in the rest areas. Fuck. You get a goddamn $1,500 fine. You thought California was bad? Fucking Maryland's worse. Anyways, I have other stories about fucking Maryland. Anyhow, we go to Maryland, we drop, we pick up in fucking they deadhead us to fuck, Pennsylvania, right? We did head to Pennsylvania with the empty trailer, and then we actually go to the yard in Pennsylvania, which is in Mechanicsburg, I think. I think that's where it's at. It's in one of those burgs. Anyhow, so we go to the yard, and like we're like, oh, fucking cool, we're going to the yard, right? So we go to the fucking yard, and the yard is just that. There's a building there with a mechanic, but he's there during the day, so you don't ever fucking see him because it's fucking midnight when we get there. So we take our time, and we drop our empty, and because the dispatcher said, hey, I need you to go to the yard in fucking Pennsylvania. And I know it's not Mechanicsburg, but that's the nearest town to it that I remember. And we need you to pick up this trailer and take this trailer to fucking Ohio. Okay. So we go there, and we pick up that trailer, and we drop that. We pick up another load, and we take that shit to Denver. Outside of Denver, Let's see. I'll tell you. I'll tell you if I look at Google Maps. If I look at Google Maps, let's see here. Let's go home. Let's see Google Maps. We're gonna look at fucking Denver. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, yeah, Denver, right? And we were going outside Denver. We are going to. I do not see the fucking town we were in. I don't see what town it is. I don't remember exactly. But we were taking some medical supplies. Like we went there to pick up medical supplies, right? So we get there and there's a yard there and um in the on the way there, right? We're fucking switching and it's he's driving, right? And it's like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, hey bro, just pull up to the pumps. Cause I'm gonna go in and get a snack and whatnot. And then I'm gonna do my pre-trip, right? Oh, I fucking forgot something. Okay, hold on. Prior to this incident, all right. So just so you know, when you get pulled into the fucking scales, right? You get pulled into the scales, all right? They're fucking looking at you. The fucking scale master is looking at you. Fucking bad, right? So I pull into a spot, right? And I pull up to the fucking pumps. Again, it's the middle of the night. It's probably like 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, or 12 o'clock in the morning, whatever, right? There's nobody. There's nobody in the fucking fuel island, right? And it's best if you fucking stop there. If you're a truck driver and you're doing your pre-trip, you need a light. If you don't have a fucking flashlight, like me, I carry a flashlight, right? Most folks don't carry a flashlight when you're OTR, right? So the best place to do your fucking pre-trip is in the fucking fuel island. So anyways, I pull in the fuel island and I tell fool, hey man, I gotta piss. I'm gonna fucking run inside. I'm gonna piss. I'm gonna grab something, a bite to eat, whatnot, and I'll be right out. I go, hey, why don't you do your walk around while we're fucking waiting? You know, you do your 15-minute fucking whatever, right? You can do your 15-minute pre-trip, and by the time I'm done inside, you should be ready to go. And I'll just jump in with my food and jump in the back and fucking be chill, right? So I run in, I throw a piss, I get a snack, so like a sandwich or something from fucking the 24-hour subway that's there or whatever. And I'm like, all right, you ready? I jump back out, I get in the fucking bed, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go, right? And I tell him again, like, right? And I tell him, hey, you did your pre-trip, right? He goes, oh yeah, I did my fucking pre-trip. I'm like, oh, hey, cool, fucking sweet. Now I didn't do a post-trip because we're a team, all right? I do a pre-trip, he does a pre-trip. I do a pre-trip, he does a pre-trip. So there's no need for a fucking post-trip. Okay? Next thing you know, I'm fucking dead asleep. Right? Hey, 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 man. The cops want your driver license. I said, fucking cops, what the fuck did you do? Now, mind you, this truck is governed at fucking 60 miles or 65 miles an hour. Okay? I'm like, what the fuck did you do? He goes, I got pulled in on the scales. I go, what? All right, here's my license, right? Now I'm getting off with this motherfucker because I'm not, you know, and I tell the fucking, I go, this is inappropriate that you woke me up. I go, I have to go back on duty now. I go, you've disturbed my sleep. And he goes, no, you don't have to. I go, I have to go back on duty according to blah, blah, blah. You know, which is the fucking driving handbook deal fucking thing that is fucking this thick. The motherfucker's this thick. I have it out in the garage. I have a copy. It's like 1,000 fucking pages. So anyways, right? He goes, all right, here's a ticket for no headlight. No headlight? I looked at him and I said, you did your fucking pre-trip, didn't you? I go, did you note the headlight was out in your pre-trip? He goes, no. Hold on, somebody just text me, you guys. Somebody just text me. He said no. Now we weren't talking. Okay, wait. Before I go on, we weren't talking in front of the cop, right? We got back in the truck, and I was like, "Bro, did you do your pre-trip?" "Oh yeah, man, I did my pre-trip. What the fuck you think this is? I did my pre-trip." Now I've caught this motherfucker on more than one occasion not doing his pre-trip. Anyhow, okay, sorry, I'm texting somebody who's supposed to be on the show, but he's at his dad's house. He can't be on the show tonight. Um, he texted me first, so I was like, "Hey, what the fuck, bro?" Um, anyhow, I'm just messing. If he sees this, I'm just messing with him. He knows. He knows I don't mean no animosity towards him. I know he's got fucking shit to do on Friday nights. So anyhow, I'm 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 live. I'm gonna fuck you up. Come here. I'm gonna fuck you. I'm sorry. I got folks in my living room. Nothing. You didn't do nothing. I'm gonna fuck you up though later. All right. So this fucking cocksucker got us a ticket, right? Now, mind you, we're running a fucking hot load that needs to be fucking delivered tomorrow. That's why they gave us the load, because we had the time to run the load from Pennsylvania to fucking Ohio and get it there on time. Now, we're having to fucking go to goddamn truck stop somewhere. I believe it was a fucking TA, right? Love the TA. Don't have no hate for the TA. The TA is fucking awesome. But we go in there and we have to get the headlight fixed. Because if we make sure that the headlight is fixed within the next, fucking so many, then the company can go, yeah, here's the receipt for the fucking headlight, blah, blah, blah. and they get, they don't get no fucking fine or anything. They just get a fix it, basically a fix it ticket, fix that shit or else. Anyhow, so I let's see here. Hold on a second. Let me fucking do something right quick. That is the wrong shit. So, let's see. There we go. All right. So, we get to our stop, right? Now we're fucking late because this fucking cunt, the mechanic had a truck ahead of us. We fucking, yeah, a whole bunch of shit went down. And I went in and I talked real sweet to the lady that was running the fucking desk, and I was like, "Look, we really need to get back on the load. We have a hot load that needs to be blah blah blah, right? In Ohio, Utah. I was gonna say Utah. I've only driven through Utah. I've never stopped there to pick up a load or not. But anyway, um, so we get to our drop, right? And or no, we get almost to our drop and we change, right? And I'm like, hey, bro, it's fucking middle of the night. It's like fucking 10 o'clock at night. It's late. I'm like, nobody's in the fuel island. Looks like the fucking parking lot's full. Hey, pull in the fuel island. I'm going to go in and grab a fucking coffee. And then when I come out, I'm going to do my pre trip. And then we'll get on the road. So somehow, because I fucking talk shit to this motherfucker because he got us a goddamn ticket, he wants to fucking be a goddamn cunt and pull all the way to the back of the fucking lot and park on the curb in the fucking dark, knowing that I don't have a flashlight on the truck. That's why now I carry a flashlight, because some of these cocksuckers, they have a fucking issue, right? So I walk up to and I get my coffee and I use the restroom and whatnot, and I fucking, I talk really cute to the fucking people that are there. I try to be nice to everybody because I don't want them fuckers spitting in my fucking food. Anyway, so I go back out and I'm like, this fucking dickhead. I jump in the truck with his time on the fucking time, and I drive right back up into the goddamn fuel island. Fuck him and fuck what he's going through. He fucking started yelling at me about how I'm not his dad and whatnot. And I was like, bro, I don't know what kind of fucking dad issues you got, but I'm your goddamn partner on this truck. All right. And it's kind of fucked up that you parked me in the fucking back of the goddamn parking lot. And I parked in the fucking fuel island where you had light to do your goddamn pre trip. So we dropped that load in Ohio. He grabs another load. We switch somewhere in fucking, I want to say somewhere in Iowa. And we make it to fucking, we make it to Colorado. But they don't accept loads on Sunday at this place. So we have to wait till Monday. So, at this point, I'm fucking tired of this motherfucker. Like, there was other shit that went down. We were in fucking El Paso, Texas, and he was like, "Oh, that was where um I seen a bunch of people that were crossing the border jump in the back of an empty trailer And I don't even know if the driver knew or if that's what he was there for. But I know that one guy locked the trailer and walked away. So it might have been that was the deal. They go to that truck, they get in that trailer. I don't know. But I don't know if you guys remember a couple years ago, they found a trailer down there in El Paso full of illegal people. And they found them dead. Because that's what happens when you get in a fucking trailer at fucking 100 goddamn degrees. It cooks you inside out like a goddamn microwave. So, anyways, the Colorado deal was not that was just a straw that broke the camel's back. So I called dispatch. I get out of the truck and I'm like, look, man. I go, this bitch ass motherfucker want to tell me I'm not his dad and that he doesn't have to listen to me and that we're not a team and all this shit, right? So I go, all right. So again, this motherfucker goes, hey, I put us in for fucking home time on such and such day. I'm like, dude, you're fucking me out of 2.5 days of home time. I'm like, if we stay out another fucking week, bro, we get like 5 days off. I'm like, what the fuck is your issue, man? Don't you fucking realize that? And we got into it while I was driving, right? So, dude has an attitude with me, and it's like fucking tense in the truck for the next fucking couple of days. It's like, whatever, you know. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I'm fucking done with this fool. So, it gets closer to home time, right? And, gets closer to home time, and we get, now, this motherfucker is driving through Arizona, and it sounds like a goddamn gunshot hit the fucking window. Right? And I'm like, bro, DOT guidelines say that we have to get that shit fixed. It's more than fucking 2 inches fucking wide. Right? The crack is more than 2 inches wide. So I called dispatch and said, hey man, we're headed into California. We were just right outside of California. We were in Arizona. I said, I said, hey man, we need to get our fucking window fixed. He goes, take that fucking load first, drop that load, get an empty, and then we'll deadhead you back to the yard, and we'll get that shit fixed, right? So he says that, right? And we get to the fucking thing, and then he dispatches on another fucking load, and I said, hey, motherfucker. And now this is my dispatcher. This is a weekend dispatcher. This is not a regular dispatcher. This is our weekend dispatcher. So, he fucking says, yeah, man, go here and get a fucking empty trailer, right? So I go there because I'm driving at this point. We're in California. It's 55 miles an hour. So we go into Fontana to this fucking place where there's supposed to be an empty. And I asked the security guard, I go, hey, man, we're here to get an empty for fucking blah, 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 right? And he goes, yeah, we don't have no fucking empties. So I called dispatch. I says, hey, man, they don't have no empties. I'm right down the street from the fucking yard. Right? Oh, okay, so I'm going to need you to go to fucking Buena Park. We got a fucking empty over there at Buena Park. I think our system is showing an empty at that fucking location. So I go, all right, man. I go, look, man. I go, I got to get this window fucking fixed, man. And we're about to go on fucking home time. I go, you got to figure this shit out. So we go over there. It's an Amazon facility, right? Oh, we don't have no empties for you guys, so you guys got to get off our property. So I called dispatch again and I said, "Hey, man." Now, mind you, I've been driving for fucking 2 hours now, just fucking looking for an empty. He goes, "Hey, man, so what I need you to do is come back here to the yard. There's a empty on the fucking yard." I said, "I was just by the yard in Fontana." He goes, "I know, but we need you to get an empty and bring it back here." So that was a thing that the dispatcher did that fucking fucked me up. So mind you, we're getting ready to go on home time, right? So we're coming back. Uh, at this point, we had dropped somewhere in Reno or something like that, and we were bringing an empty back to. We were deadheading back to the yard with an empty. So we get close, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, now I know what the fuck's going on. All right, I know that after this home time, I'm not taking this motherfucker nowhere. I'm not getting back in the truck with this motherfucker. I've already told my dispatcher, hey, look, I'm fucking tired of this dude. This dude keeps fucking telling me I'm his dad. I'm this, I'm that. I need to stop treating him like I'm his kid. Fucking whatever. Give fuck, cunt." So we get close to his house. His house is in Montclair. And I'm like, "Hey, fool, uh, why don't you fucking why don't we pull in right here at the Walmart and you have your folks pick you up from right here, and don't forget, grab everything out of here because we're having the truck worked on. Remember, we're having the truck worked on. I'm gonna pull all my shit out because I don't want the mechanic stealing my shit either." So that's what I told him. I said, "Yeah, right." So his brother showed up, and we got all his shit out. I mean, except for a few items, but I don't give a fuck about him anymore. So I'm like, "All right, bro. Uh, good travels with you. Hey, I'll see you on the next trip, right?" So he goes with his brother, and I fucking bail out, and I go to the fucking dispatch yard, and I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker, get fucked, cunt." So I get back to the yard. Now, mind you, our truck needs to be worked on anyways because it needs maintenance. And every time you come into the yard in Fontana or Bloomington, I believe it was Bloomington, uh, every time you come into the fucking yard in Bloomington, you got to get your truck inspected. So they found some shit that needed to be fixed. So, and of course, I didn't fucking see it in my inspection because I wasn't I wasn't really trying to fucking see that shit right now. So so this motherfucker, right? I go, "All right, I'm done. I'm done." Now, mind you, I got fucking 6 months left or on my contract. I've been with this motherfucker for 6 months. I made it that long. And this is where they tell me that I gotta find another co-driver. And I told them, I called my dispatcher and I said, "Listen here, god damn it." I said, "Let me tell you something. I'm not cut out for this shit." I go, "All right, give me a list." I go, "All right, let's fucking do this. Let's do this." Right. So she asked me, "Do you mind being hooked, like paired up with a woman?" I said, "Nope, no women. I don't care. I don't want no women's." So she goes, "All right, well that really fucking cuts down your chances of getting a co-driver." I says, "Well, I'm not looking for a co-driver that fucking bleeds 7 days out of the month, all right? I don't need to deal with nobody's fucking attitude. Especially if I'm not, their partner in life." So she goes, "I get that. I understand." I'm like, "Yeah," right? So she gives me a list of like fucking 8 dudes, right? And I'm like, "All right." So I fucking call the first dude, and he's like, "Yeah, man. So once a week, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop and we're gonna fucking deep clean the truck, and I like to keep the truck super clean and blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, say player. Yeah, I'll think about it. Sounds kind of good. Are you willing to run more than fucking 21 days?" "No, man. I get my home time. Blah blah blah." You know. And he's like, "Oh," I'm like, "All right, fucking cool." You know, I tell him fucking flat out. I says, "Hey, man, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think we'd be a good fit. All right, I'm being honest. If I don't be honest with you, then we might have issues down the road and that kind of deal, right?" So I get hooked up with this other dude, right? I fucking call this other dude, and we fucking hit it off on the phone, right? And we hit it up on the phone, and I'm like, "All right, hey fool, uh we got this truck, blah blah blah. This is my truck, uh, you know." And I'm like, I get the bottom bunk because that was my deal, bro. And I'm like, "You can fucking sleep on the bottom bunk too. It don't make no difference to me. Just fucking bring your own bedding," kind of shit, right? So yeah, sorry, I'm responding to chat, yo. So anyhow, so we get this dude, and we get in the truck together, and it's like fucking sweet, right? We start doing, I mean, it's fucking great, but one problem. Dude doesn't like to take showers. Now, if any truck driver knows, I got the Loves card with the diamond status, okay? I got the Loves card with the diamond status. What does that mean for the layman terms? The layman that watches this video, the Loves card with the diamond status gives you a free shower for you and your co-driver, gives you a free drink, and I believe there's some other fucking perks that you get. I don't remember. But anyhow, uh, so we get rolling around, right? And we're doing fucking good, man. I mean, we're rolling like a motherfucker all over the goddamn country. And it's like around fucking Thanksgiving now. Now, I'm 3 months from fucking completing my contract. And I get a call from the dispatcher. "You guys had to park your truck." What? Why do I got to park my truck? So the dispatcher tells me, "Oh, well, his DOT physical has expired." I says, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I looked at dude and I said, "Are you fucking serious? Your fucking DOT physical is no good?" Come on, bro. You could have fucking did that shit when we were back at the house. When you were not working. You could have fucking did that shit. So now we're stuck at a truck stop in the middle of fucking Chicago. South Chicago, mind you. And we're there. And they don't have a load for us because all they have is team loads. First day goes by. Mind you, we're idling our truck to stay warm because there's snow on the ground. It's fucking freezing up there around Thanksgiving. So we start to get low on fuel, quarter of a tank. And I fucking called dispatch and I say, hey man, we're running low on fuel. We've got quarter of a tank. I go, is there snow on the ground? Is there any way we can fuel up? And it was a weekend dispatcher, and I said, because our regular dispatcher had Thanksgiving off. So this was Friday after Thanksgiving. He goes, yeah, go fuel up. And I said, any word on getting us a load? He said, no. I said, all right. I said, just to put you on notice, I go, if I don't hear nothing from you in the next 48 hours about a load, I'm going to deadhead to Oklahoma City. I'm going to drop your truck off at Oklahoma City, and I'm going to walk away. And he goes, oh, you can't do that. You can't. I said, bitch, watch me. Are you going to shut the fucking truck down or what? You shut the truck down, I'll have the goddamn news out here that you fucking shut the truck down in the fucking freezing cold. Oh, what? Now, this dude was fucking green as fuck. He didn't know what to fucking do. So, the next day on the Qualcomm, we've got a load, right? So I go down the street and I pick up this load and it's going to Dallas, Texas, right? And I told him, I says, I need to go to fucking Oklahoma City. All bullshit aside, I need to go to Oklahoma City. Oh, we're going to get you there. We're going to get, you know how anybody who drives a truck knows how dispatchers talk to you. They talk to you like you're fucking retarded. Oh, yeah, so I got to teach you a kid glove so you'll keep driving for us so that your fucking ass will keep fucking put the miles on. I said, well, I've been sitting for fucking 3 days, right? So I get down to Dallas and I drop the load. And they have me pick up a goddamn load of tile. Now, mind you, I'm pissed. I am so fucking pissed. So I go in there and I fucking pick up this tile. And this tile is going to fucking Oklahoma City. It's actually going somewhere else, but I'm going to take it to Oklahoma City and I'm going to drop that shit on the yard and I'm going to be like, yeah, get fucked. So, I get this tile, right? I slide the tandems. Anybody who drives truck knows what that is. I guess. So, anybody who's asking if I fucking scaled the load, I did not scale the load. The closest scale was fucking 60 miles away. So, I fucking drove all the way, and I was thankful when I hit that fucking Oklahoma state line that the scale house was closed because I was overweight on those fucking trailer tires like a motherfucker. Probably like 2,000 pounds overweight. What do I care? Anyways, I didn't care at this point. At this point, I was like, yeah, get fucked. So I get to Oklahoma City, right? And this cocksucker that doesn't have a god. Now, mind you, my first co-driver was a fucking dirtbag, want to talk shit to me. My second co-driver wouldn't take a fucking shower. Like, I'd be like, bro, I got free showers, man. We can fucking shower. Come on. And he would not get off the truck and shower. He would get off the truck to get food. That motherfucker. So anyways, we get to Oklahoma City, right? And when I get back to California, I'm gonna fucking stop this story. We'll take this up another time. But when I get to Oklahoma City, right? Now, mind you, just outside of Dallas, I fucking went ahead and stopped and scaled the load and realized that I was overweight on the trailer tires. And I was too fucking tired to deal with this shit, and I didn't have enough time to fuck with the load to get the load right. I didn't want to turn around and go back and have them reload the load, because I've had to do that. I had to do that on a few other occasions. Anyhow, so I make it all the way to Oklahoma City, right? I drop that fucking load in the yard, and I bobtail over to the bobtail line, and I'm like, I'm going to sleep. Fuck this. So I get in bed. Now this stinky motherfucker gets in the bed above me, and of course I'm fucking having trouble trying to sleep because all I smell is fucking onions and fucking bad breath. Anyhow, the next day I call my dispatcher and I said, look, man, I said, I don't give a fuck what you do. You're either going to get me back to California or I'm going to unload this truck right now. And I'm going to call my in-laws and I'm going to have them come get me. My dispatcher's like, hold on. We got something for you. Hold on. We got something for you. Right? And I said, okay. You're going to look for such and such. Ask for such and such in the driver's lounge. That's going to be your co-driver. Here's your trailer number. Right? I says, oh, fucking sweet. Right? So, I go and hook up to the trailer. Oh, wait. I forget. So, mind you, I'm driving a manual transmission this whole fucking time, right? And at this point, Krusty is changing over from manual transmissions to automatic transmissions so they can have fucking slow kids drive their trucks. Because you don't have to have any kind of sense to drive an automatic, as far as I'm concerned. The truck does all the fucking work. All you are is a glorified steering wheel holder with an automatic truck. So, I find out I've got to move everything of mine out of my truck into this other dude's truck, which is an automatic truck. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This is fucking complete bullshit. So I move everything out, and then I'm like, what are we going to do with dude? He's like, oh, he's going to ride back with you, so it's going to be 3 of you on a truck. I was like, bitch, there's no room for 3 people on a goddamn truck. Like, are you fucking tripping? So the motherfucker that's DOT physical fucking ran out. We said, look, this is your goddamn bunk right here. The passenger seat. And you don't move your ass from the fucking passenger seat. So I take the second shift. The other guy takes the first shift. So he drives out of fucking Oklahoma City. We come out and there's a fucking little hill. And the truck is like, and we're doing like fucking 35 miles an hour up this hill. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? I go, my manual transmission truck will do at least fucking 55 up this hill. He's like, yeah, man, these automatics, I love them for the shifting, but They don't have no power on the hills. I'm like, that's because they fucking, turned them down. They've been turned down. They're gimped. These fucking trucks are gimped. He starts laughing, right? So we switch. And it's my turn. We switched somewheres in, I think it was Arizona we switched. And I drove all the way to California. And we get to California. Mind you, this motherfucker has been in that passenger seat the entire time. Me and dude is traded from the bunk to the fucking driver's seat, from the bunk to the driver's seat. We're not letting this motherfucker touch our goddamn bunks because he's so fucking funky. Nobody wants to have a funky motherfucker in their bunk. Who wants to smell onions when you're trying to fucking fall asleep? I don't. Anyhow, so we get back to California, right? And I'm like, hey, bro, thanks for the fucking ride back to California. I says, hey, I'll see you around. He goes, oh, you're not going to fucking stay on the truck with me? I says, fuck no, I'm not going to stay on. I got a co-driver right here. His ass needs to get a goddamn physical. So I get home and I see my girl, since, fucking I was forced to take a goddamn, home time. And I tell her about all the shit that happened, and I was like, fuck this. This is a bullshit. Blah, blah, blah. So while I'm at home, and I end up taking fucking 5 days, because I'm like, fuck you. You done fucked me with this driver. Didn't fucking say that he had fucking issues. And I talk it over with my girl at the time, right? And I'm like, hey, what do you think? And she's like, I think we need to move to Oklahoma City near my sister. And I was like, fucking sounds good to me. So I pinned a fucking resignation letter to these fucking cunts. And I told them, I says, if it wasn't for your shoddy ass dispatching and it wasn't for your shoddy ass co-drivers, I'd probably still be working for you. Not to mention the shitty ass wages, because I was barely fucking getting by on that shit. The next company I work for paid me a lot better, and we'll go into that next time. All right? With that said, I want to thank you for joining me. Like I said, once I got back to California, I was ready to cut ties with everything and everybody. Get fucked. Get fuck Charlie. Krusty, you can kiss my goddamn white fucking hairy ass. I'll never work for a fucking trash company again like that. I swear to God, anybody, they don't fucking take care of their drivers at all. They don't give a fuck. They don't fucking care. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. This is me just on a dead ass rant because, we're in the wood shop and we can fucking talk shit up in here. This is how we do it. I'm the blue collar Joe. And I'm gone like a fart in the wind.
you been looking for me, bitch? Here I go. I heard you been looking for me, bitch. Here I go. I hear that you looking for me, bitch. Here I go.